Hi there, this is the February 2019 forecast for Pisces Rising. So starting out on the 1st, there is a Mars square to Pluto happening in your 2nd and 11th houses. And Mars square to Pluto can make it feel as if we are trying as hard as we can to get something done and our efforts are being manipulated or subverted, and just our efforts are not coming to fruition for what we want to be getting done. There could be an outside force hindering us, and with it happening in your 2nd and 11th houses, it could seem as if larger groups or friend groups that you're a part of are keeping you from making the progress in your financial world that you've been wanting. But I wouldn't take action towards addressing this or taking really big steps to confront this issue until the 3rd, when Venus moves into your 11th house in Capricorn, and might bring some ease to friends and groups in general so that you can better handle this issue in your life with that help of Venus there. On the 4th, there is a new moon in Aquarius in your 12th house, and new moons are times of planting seeds to come to fruition in 6 months when the full moon happens. So with it in your 12th house, it's a more hidden, subdued house relating to going introspectively, relating to isolation, hidden matters, more spiritual things. And it's conjunct Mercury, so maybe the intention is to have more self-study or more spiritual study or studying meditation, something mercurial relating to your 12th house, which is a more isolated, lonely place to have a new moon. On the 6th, Uranus will go to 29 degrees of Aries in your 2nd house, and Uranus has been changing the way that money relates to your life for the past 7 years, and this is its final degree in that transit, so there's one final change going to happen in that area of your life. On the 10th, Mercury will then move into your 1st house when it moves into Pisces, and that's exciting because Mercury can bring an ability to communicate a bit easier and speak your mind or study or put your words out into the world with a bit more energy behind them. On the 12th, Mars will conjunct Uranus in Aries in your 12th house, and like I was saying about one final change coming here with Mars joining Uranus, this change could be kind of aggressive and kind of sudden. It can be helpful to be that agent of that sudden change for the better in terms of your 2nd house of finances, because waiting for this transit to come, it might not happen in the most loving way because it is so sudden. So just keep that in mind. Keep both an awareness for maybe embodying the transit yourself and going after what you want suddenly, or looking out for how that could happen to you. On the 14th, Mars moves into Taurus in your 3rd house, and Mars in a particular house allows us to have the energy behind getting things done in that particular sphere of our sky, but it can also bring some frustrations, particularly if we were born during the day and have a date chart. And with it in your 3rd house, you might really want to take on a writing project or some communication related efforts. It could also mean that maybe there's some frustrations with siblings. So either way, there will be activity in your 3rd house. On the 18th, Chiron will move into Aries, and Chiron isn't a planet, it's an asteroid, but this transit will be happening in your 2nd house for the next 8 years until 2027, which means that you might be addressing old wounds or where your power was taken away from you in terms of your 2nd house of finances and money. You might be healing those wounds, and with Chiron, it's teaching us how to then heal the world through the lessons we've learned from where we've been hurt. On the 18th, the sun moves into your sign of Pisces, so happy early birthday for what's to come. And when the sun moves into our sign, there's just increased illumination of our own life and our own identity, and it feels as if the spotlight is more on us. On the 19th, there is a full moon in Virgo in your 7th house, and full moons are culmination times for things to fully come to fruition in that area of our life. It's happening in a part of your sky relating to relationships and partnerships, so maybe something that started 6 months ago in that regard is now finalizing, coming to fruition, or really hitting a high point. This full moon is conjunct Neptune square Jupiter, so there is the risk of going too far or of being delusional or of not quite seeing the reality for what it is. But if we just stick with the Virgo here and stay grounded, you can really get a beautiful idealism and celebration out of this transit. So this month is really highlighting money and abundance for you and how your relationship to those things has and will change. I do private consultations at the link below. Like, subscribe, and I will see you soon.